Good evening, folks. I'm Alfonso Z, and so of the Liberia Public Radio and Lpr-Tv. We want to welcome our viewers and listeners across the globe. Thank you for sharing your evening with us. As usual, just hit the share button on your end and invite someone. So as usual, we also look at things on the national front, and we'll look at things right on our feet. Why? The better community we have, the better society we have, the better people are held accountable. The possibility of having good government is most likely because that's their beginning point. And so anyone who expresses their thought of being the community leader, we must hold them accountable. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Good evening and welcome.
Mama Irene, Mama Sylvie, Amanda Ramonier, Ingrio, Zibo, 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 Benjamin Boy, the Peladiano Nabe, Mopeti Eric Doué, Bemagno Agé, Amwese Aovier. Mon arrangeur Herbision, Monday Blamani de Pepe Yamuo, get Menyame Boy, Soko, 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 Monday Sago.
All right, this is a song from neighboring La Côte d'Ivoire. As you know, we always believe and we are traditionalists, and so the culture, we must enhance the culture, whether it's from inside Liberia, Côte d'Ivoire, Ghana, and Sierra Leone. We believe in the African solidarity, so we always make those good selections, and I project the good image of Africa as a whole, not just on it, Liberia. Of course, Liberia takes the lead, and this is why we are LPR. So we want to welcome you this evening. We're going to be having a community conversation here as well. Look, my organization, the organization that I love so dearly, is in lack of leadership lack of vision, the ability of people to make informed decision because Alfonso So is voting or is contesting the presidency and he's from Bazan district and perhaps he sit down on the podcast and run his mouth all day. So people easily make the conclusion that yes, he can do it. You don't practice leadership. Leadership is something is embedded within your ability to stand, your ability to make informed decisions, to be very calculated. You're going to be making decisions that people most likely will not even like, including your own wife or whoever, your own ladder right in the house, of course. But that's how it grows. It starts from our community, from in the house, your neighborhood, your association, and gradually it grows and get to the higher pay. Graduate associations is one of the diaspora's most uh, aggressive, forceful, very united people. But what happens in the past years, graduate associations is been, I would say, literally dead in my own definitions. You don't have to take that, but it's serious. The COVID and the last election we went to was in Minnesota, where President James Uboti was elected as the president due to the COVID. We're understanding the board extended their leadership, but we are not hearing 2023, and there's the same 23 like we're going to be having an election too, right? So there will be elections, and we are hearing now in the vanguard, young generation. This guy, he professes to be a reformist. He see himself as a new breed. He see himself as somebody who most likely will challenge the status quo. Octavius Gilman. So, he has his own podcast. I wonder is that why he was preparing to do this thing here. I do not want to render judgment. I want to give him the opportunity for us to have that conversation. He will be joining me here. We are also hearing one-time challenger in the most famous Phoenix convention that was 2015. Botitaya in Des Moines is most likely contemplating to take a second shot. 4 months to 2 terms vice president and one-time challengers in the Minnesota election. Madam Edith Tagnopua is also considering talking to advisors, talking to family members to take to go to the presidency. Is that a Joseph Boyka tab? You serve as a vice president twice and you want to go back? Now, this guy, he professes to be a young and generational change, is going among these big dogs to challenge. We are hearing his line, he's bossing his phone lines, doing everything. Who is Octavia Gilman? And why is he getting among these big guns? Well, time is significantly involved. So he's coming out. But let's take a little bit retrospect. The days of the Graduate Association, when the Graduate Association was, yes, Graduate Association, when convention is coming, influx of people from all walks of life flying, they don't take into consideration the cost of airline, hotels, rent a car. They go, and we all go and have a great time. But lack of leadership, mismanagement of public funds has drawn that power greed, power struggle. The entire association is being fragmented. No one get the guts to stand out and look in the face of these people who are caused damage to this organization because they still want to be president, even though they say there's nothing in it. I don't know why they kept forcing and forcing. Here we are. Quite a long time I've not talked about the Graduate Association, but this guy, he reached out. This guy, he's might be the brave guy. He wants to come in the lion's den. Are you ready for the prime time on LPR? Well, folks, I'm Alfonso Zienso of the Liberia Public Radio. I presided over the electoral process here. That was one of the consequential elections in the history of the Graduate Association. It was either between left or dead. Either the association comes to a complete dissolution, but we put our feet down. My co-chair is now the Lieutenant Director Kwame Opawis, Gaisler, and other great men and women. That election was conducted, and it helps to stabilize the organization. Comes Phoenix, the train derailed. Here we are. we are in search of a leadership. Should I contest too? Who knows? Probably I can contest and I will win. But let's see here. Very shortly, let's get a program going. I'm Alfonso Z and Salt of the Liberia Public Radio. Okay, let's see here, but let's do a little bit of retrospect. And I think I'm gonna bring my special guest here, Mr. Gilman. Let me bring him here. Perhaps he will remember some of those memorable events of Grand Unit Associations. He's joining me now. Is that how to call? What's the name of this state? This Detroit, Michigan. Is where the base of Michael Gilman. The team of he was then a campaign manager with Team Russian. So is he a stepchild of the Russians and whatever? Don't hold me off my word. Let me bring in Mr. Octavius Gilman here this evening, joining me from Detroit, Michigan, making a appearance on the Liberia Public Radio. Why he want put himself into this headache here? Let me bring him here. Mr. Octavius Gilman is joining me from Detroit, Michigan. This beautiful Monday evening. Mr. Gilman, OBG. Wow, is that how you want us to call you when you are elected president? Good evening and welcome.
Thank you very much, Mr. Yes, that's how I want my people to refer to me. That make it so simple. OBG, Octavius Bestman Gilman. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right. Okay. You see, when I hear their Bestman name, my first time hearing, you want to go to Grand Gida White House now, you're bringing all the hidden names so that, all right. But let's do it. Let's watch here. Let's have a little bit of reflections and memory of some of the good days of the Grand Unit Association, and hopefully we can have something here. This one here, I believe, is a convention 2017. Okay, man. Look, tears want to run down my eye because this organization is being fragmented, is being destroyed because of power grid. Do you remember Grand Unit Association used to be that way, Mr. Gilman?
So when I listen and see that video, it's like tears won't come down from my eye because and during those days, when Grand Gida organization, Grand Gidans were united. They were together, and it's just difficult to watch that video. But I'm 100% believe that honor man leadership will be better than that and bigger than that.
Okay, you are letting cat out of the bag here. So the anxiety is already in me. I'm seeing there is already in you. So what you are trying to do here then to get me on base for us to get this thing here. Okay, Mr. Gilman, thank you so much for joining us here. Tell us here a little bit for the benefits of those. I really don't need that introduction, but LPR is a collection of people of a wide range of different backgrounds, and all of these people do have interest in knowing what is happening within the diaspora and community. Who is Octavius Gilman and his own involvement with the Grand Unit Association, briefly, if you will.
Thank you very much. Let me say thank you to this platform and network for giving me the opportunity to come on this show tonight. To tell the Liberian people and Grangetan in general, because I believe what happened for Grangetan County will also benefit the people of Liberia. So, my name is Octavius Bestman Gilman. Um, my mom is from Grangetan County. My father from Grand Bassa County. I live in Grangetan throughout my life. I'm a man with 5 kids, 3 girls, 2 boys, and happy to marry man. Uh, I came from a poor family. We were 29 in one bedroom in Grangetan County. My grandfather was Moko Weeks from Ghana. And my grandma is Mom Lee, that everybody know, the old man who used to sell color. So I tell people that I have a dual citizenship when it comes to poverty and somebody who got money today. I know where the men go to bed hungry. Um, uh, I'm the owner of Octavia Loan Agency. Loan money to Liberians in the diaspora and back home in Liberia. I'm the owner of the OBG Real Estate Developer Company, one of the fastest growing company in Liberia. I hired 123 Liberians right now as we speak. I'm the largest landowner from a developer company, and partner with one of the largest company in Texas, my partner. Right now, as we speak, I'm the largest supplier of charcoal in Liberia as we speak. Um, a lot of time people will say you're bragging. But if I were bragging, then why you ain't know this long ago? And you only know that when I becoming or to contest for GGA president. I'm a very proud human being. Um, I'm also I'm self-employed for almost 10 years. I'm in the real estate business, and I also own about 5 Airbnb in 3 different states: 2 in Texas, 1 apartment in Atlanta, and 2 in Arizona. And I also um, advocate of financial literacy. That's what I do for a living. I'm self-employed.
Whew. Okay. All right. There you have it. The guy is on his way. What somebody must be freaking out now while young man is self-employed, financially seems to be stable. We follow some of the things that you do. What the heck you want to get himself into this headache with this whole Grand Gillette Association? Let's get to the basics here. When this pop in your hair as to the decision being made now, I'm not sure whether it's finalized. Maybe if it is finalized, that can be a breaking news here to us here. When this decision popped in your head of you deciding to contest the presidency of the Grand Gillette Association, and what time precisely, you remember?
Yeah, thank you very much. Uh, uh, that was in Phoenix, Arizona. I went there, like I told you, I own a house in Phoenix that I rent for Airbnb. I rent out for Airbnb. I was talking to one of my best friends, Cindy McCain, is the former senator, the former John McCain wife. And, I also carry on a lot of different projects in Liberia. I built almost 23 hand pumps in Liberia as we speak. Um, I run a program that I do these things out there. So I was talking to Cindy, and she and I were talking, and the organization came about. And she said, but if we're going to help the organization, it got to be structured. What can you?
I
Yes.
interrupt. It got to be structured. That's a big word you use. And the ordinary person out there, what is he talking about? Structure in what term?
Yeah, our boats got to be in order. Do you guys have a 501c3? I was advocating how she can help the organization and get in touch with the leadership. And she began to ask this question. And right away, it's saying to me that I will have to take the lead. And she said, if you need help like that, you are blessed. to get all the great people around you that you know. I will talk to Jeff, and she was talking about the former senator for Arizona. He is the Jeff, like he is the ambassador right now for Turkey. That's my friend. So she said, then we're gonna take it from there. And that conversation started. So why can't you go and lead your organization? You already started doing a lot of things in the country. You build 23 hand pumps in the country. You feed almost 7,000 kids. Why can't you lead?
Are we making a figure here, or is something concrete Octavius is talking about?
It's 100% concrete. And like talk about the hand pumps. None of my business is dead. Two, it's in Bazon district. That's your district.
My district.
Yeah.
Staying in the Garina.
Yeah. I sent you the video. So fine, you got the video. I put 2 hand pumps and 1 hand pump in Maserati, Dara Delon district. I put 1 in Grand Bassa County, District 2. I got 2 in Sano County. I got 3 hand pumps in Nima County. I can go on, but I know right now it's 23 based on the numbers. So the thing is simple. I've sent almost 5 children to Ghana for medical checkup that were raped in the country. I can go on and on. But the reason that draw me to this, to lead this organization, is simple. Our organization was funded for 3 basic reasons. 1, to unite Grenjidans, to empower Grenjidans, and to help Grenjidans. And when I look at the organization, we are far away from those 3 basic things. So I needed my people to come back together. I needed my people to get help. And I said, Octavius, you 37 years old. At what age? I will be 38 October 8th. At what age are you waiting for? And make that bold step to lead.
Do you remember precisely what time of the day, night, morning you came to that decision making?
Yeah, like I said, I was in Phoenix, and when I had a discussion, we sent it, and then I came back. I discussed it with my wife.
Phoenix, that was 2015.
No, I said I was in Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when I discussed it with Cindy McCain, and then I came back, I flew back, because I got an Airbnb that I always go and check on in Phoenix, and so and then when I came back, I discussed it with my wife, and I understand because I've been in the organization too long. I ran, let's say, boutique campaign. I know how much it costs. I ran Augustine Mania campaign. I know how much it costs. So we put some numbers together, and she asked me the question: if you cannot fund your campaign 100%, don't do it. And I was comfortable to fund the campaign 100%.
Why did she tell you that?
Because she don't want liability on anybody, and that's why I'm willing to fund my campaign 100%.
100% out of your own pocket?
Yeah, my own pocket, yeah.
Okay, joining this conversation is LPR senior analyst. Is based in Atlanta, Georgia. Amos George. His county too is in turmoil. Bond County. It's crazy. I don't know what's going on. All of these organizations are fragmented. Let me just bring in here. Okay, Mr. George, welcome. Okay, so our guest here today, this is the beauty of LPR. We don't just only say senator, representative, and all of those people. Then we people who we want to kind of like prop up people who have good ambitions, who have vision for their country, their community, the society. Everybody will be given the opportunity to express his or her view and opinion. Okay. Grenjida Association. You once served as the press secretary, I believe, to then former President Meyer, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. You heavily were involved in Botitayo campaign. We are hearing most likely he will be contesting. We are hearing from our end former 2 terms president, Edith Tajinom Poa, who also contested in the Minnesota convention and didn't succeed, will be contesting. So far, they are the name. And then phobia, hearing these names, these establishment, and you now saying positioning himself in my own world. You don't have to take that as a reformist or the new generations of it. And then phobia factoring in with those sort of names, you think?
No, let me say this. I ran national campaign and local campaign, so I understand politics. You can never say you win until the election commission announced that result. So I got it. But when I listen to the names, I've been around the country for the past 2 weeks. I've been to 6 different states talking to Grandians. If election were held today, I will be the next president of Grandian organization, plain and simple.
How you arrived at that point?
It's simple. When I arrived in Des Moines, I saw the women behind me and people who names that I'm comfortable calling great women. People like Jester Rabba, Josephine Che. I can go on. So I got the support of Granadian women, but the thing is simple. And my message is very simple to Granadians. Never disrespect any of those candidates that are running against me. I don't want you to do that. Anybody disrespect them. I want Granadians. I'm running on my record. Plain and simple. I don't want any Granadian to vote for me because you know me. I don't want any Granadians to vote for me because you are from the same district. I don't want your vote because you know my brother or you know my grandma. I want you to vote for me based on my legacy, based on what I have accomplished and what I'm capable of doing. I'm comfortable running on my record and what I've did for the people of Grand County and continue to do. So when you call Boti name, I fund Boti campaign, but I want Grand to be serious. We are not joking. That's all I will say about Boti. You let's be serious. There's not play talk. We are talking about seriousness here. When you talk about Sis Edie, I got a great respect for her, and I will always do it. And regardless of what who win between she and I will always help her. Because at the end of the day, it's not about her, it's not about me. It's about my people back home. So Edie, I got a respect for her, and I will work with her if she win the election. But I know 100% she will lose.
You seems to be very, very much vehement and confident of what you are saying. So, have you tried to structure your team, how your team going to look like? We're going to be talking about the vision to what you really precisely want to do. Have you earmarked, have you shortlisted folks that are going to be surrounding you?
Yes, my campaign manager right now is training Talu. My VP, the training Talu is in Des Moines hour, and my VP, Leisure Quinn, she also in Des Moines hour. And that's where I stop. I mean, the names are coming to me. We are in search right now. I got 16 names on my desk for my secretary. I'm still out there looking for the best.
Are you creating some sort of intimidations on your opponents or some of those people? Those names that I'm hearing, Iowa will be the battlegrounds. So it's such a sort of strategic move, your campaign, or you are doing that to get in the backyard. If Boti is a contestant, potentially to chip his baseline as well.
No, when you call Boti name, all I will say to Grandian, you're not be serious. We're not playing. Our people need our support. They need leader. They don't need jokers. So that's all I will say. But my team
is he a joker?
You're fine, man. My team is headed by Training Talu. It's a very brilliant human being. My campaign put together a list out there and we're able to pick our vice president from the 1 hour, a brilliant lady that Grandian will meet on the campaign trail in a minute. It's simple. Why all the powerful women around this organization are supporting me? It's plain and simple change. They know me. I'm trustworthy, honest, and a self made business. I'm a businessman, and my plan is to change the organization from going to from. I want the Gilman organization to be self-funded. Not why are we relying on just $50 get into? That's the only way Gilman organization make money. And to me, that is we passed that level. I want to take the organization from $100,000 a year to $1 million, and that is the easier part to do.
Easy part. How will it be done?
Thank you. That's why when I speak to Gilman around the country, I tell them, I said, look, I came from a poor family. Look, the Bible says that the poor will be with us, but he never said you will be one of them. How Octavius Gilman become a self-employed in this country, own property, and hired 103 Liberians back home. I did not do that with my education. I surround myself with great people, like Cindy McCain, Jeff Flett, great senator in this country. The thing is simple. I want to focus on the chapter level. And this is how I'm going to raise that 1 million. Let me just explain it to you how. It's very easy in 2 minutes. I will focus my attention on chapter leaders. These chapter leaders are very important to the organization. So I will make sure I want to know how many Grenadians in this country. For example, I go to Minnesota. I said, Minnesota, you are the president for the chapter in Minnesota. I'm going to buy you, the national going to buy you a laptop. And we're going to pay the secretary to do all his job for the next 1 month or 2 months, whatever time he or she will need. So we asked, when can you give us a database of how many Grenadians in that particular state? The secretary said, in 3 months, we will pay the secretary to do that job for us. So now, if you tell me that,
where would the money be coming from?
From the national. I will tell you how we'll pay for you. Now, the secretary tell me, Octavius, there's 6,000 Grenadians in Minnesota. I want to know how many Grenadians are citizens in Minnesota. I want to know how many Grenadians on TPS. I want to know how many Grenadians don't have papers. I want to know how many Grenadians I just came to this country. So I get that database. Now my next thing is to focus on that 5,000 Grenadians that he just told me that are U.S. citizen. I need that number. I need the email address. I need the phone number, and I need the names. I'm sitting down with my father, Amos. Amos is a senator for Democrat. I'm sitting down with him. I want to see him legally in this country is allowed. I want to sit down with him and tell him, look, my budget is already $1 million for the organization. I got 5,000 independent voters. I'm having a conversation with that senator. I say, Amos, you're the senator of Minnesota or the Democrat senator. My people, I'm the president for the largest organization in the diaspora and the audience. 5,000 of my people in your state are independent. We have a proposal and we have a plan we want to undertake. It's a road leading from the capital city of our country, Liberia, to our county. To fix that road, it's got $200 million. We need your support. What can you do? My people need your help. I'm not begging our senator again. I'm coming with something that he or she needs.
That's about a system now.
Yeah. So
we give you your vote, you give for development.
Yeah. So legally, he or she cannot write a check. So what they're gonna do is, what Amos gonna do, Amos gonna call you, his friend, his homeboy, and say, go make a donation to that organization. I already gave him a figure of $200 million. Amos gonna write a $1 million check. That's good. That's just Amos alone. I'm going again to the representative now. So I already meet the senator. I'm going to the representative with that same idea. So that representative gave me $500,000, that $1.5 million right there. I'm doing it to the Republican. Tell me if I do it if I get that idea in the 50th state, how much are we talking about? So let's assume each one of them even get $100,000, which of course I find it difficult that they would do. How much are we talking about? So you see how I changed the organization from Grand Jury organization relying on only get into only conventional money. That's the only way we raise money. To me, as a businessman, I got so many ways of generating the. In my first 2 years, I will raise the organization. I will raise that budget to $2.5 million. It's very easy. The difficult part is to straighten the boat. Thank you.
Let's take a quick. Okay, there you have it. I'm Alfonso Z, and so right here this evening, home front, talking about our own mother organization, the turmoil in the organization, and we are hearing election is coming. So let's welcome one of the vertebrates of this organization here, so Washington, Madam Munanta Tabari, Munanta. Based in Arizona, Missouri, Kansas City. They is in Washington, so I'm quite sure. I'm not surprised what Gilman do. But let's take a retrospect more, or let's reflect. And part of that is to kind of like poke in the eyes of Grenadians. We need to heal it. This one here is in Dallas, Texas, courtesy of Dent. At the time, it was Voice of Judea, now Liberia Public Radio. Captures some memorable events during the presidential elections in Dallas, Texas. And when Grenadians travel, when they're going for a convention, it's like either the Democrats or the Republicans. This one here is in Dallas, Texas.
Whatever you do, wherever you are, whatever you say, whoever you are, African leaders, how do you do? African chiefs, I'm salute you. Losing the chains that are binding my hands. This is the time for us to farm. Settle the grudges that are causing destructions. For this is the time to.
Let me keep that on the screen there. That's a revolutionary song there by Okusu. That was Phoenix, not Phoenix, Dallas, Texas.
Texas.
And then at the time, voice do then voice. That's how it used to be. Like Munan Taliba will tell us the story, and many other Grenadier. But now we are being fragmented, all because of power greed. The organization is, I would say, literally. Is dead there in the sense that we are unable to bring the two types or the two segments of the Grand Unit Association to unify the people. Let me get this all here so that you face the camera, because we are putting you on record and each and all of us must be held accountable that you want to do. What is the most potential problem if Octavius Gilman is elected president? There are two things here. You have the Grand Unit Association, the GGA. I believe in civil liberties. I believe in people to have the same. But this is not what the organization was meant for. Simply because someone is knocking their chest bowl. Someone is not willing to get on the reconciliatory table. Someone is not willing to give in. Do you have the willpower to unify, to bring Grand Unit to baseline as it used to be before?
Yes. You see, I've been faced with that particular question several times. Like I said, I've been in 6 different states for the past week now. The GGAD, by the way, I will be flying to to PA this weekend. I was invited at the GGAD convention. Okay, Mr. Guian and his team invited me. Yeah, so I'll be
for what?
I, I mean, they just got gonna chair. It's gonna come on and say out there where I will be. So that's fine. But they sent me an official invitation, and I'll be there.
You'll be taking the stage. You'll be speaking.
Yeah. According to some sources, I will be speaking. Yeah. But you see, the problem. My plan for GGAD and GGA is I don't want people to get it wrong. To me, once you are Granjidan, you are always a Granjidan. So let's establish that. Forming GGAD, that don't mean they are less Granjidan. And the good thing about it, you have an individual who lead in that particular institution, one of the nice men you will ever find within our community. Nicer than you. The guy is the guy who you can insult, and when you meet him, he shake your hand. There's nowhere in his vocabulary, or since the incident happened, he refused to even dissolve the organization and come back. But here is my plan. I'm not going to focus on, because I'm not going to focus on GGAD dissolving or coming back. Where they went? Nowhere. So my plan is this, is to make sure, because it's simple. If GGAD want to undertake a project, where are they taking that project? It's Grand Jita County. Are they taking it to Grand Basso, Sano, Meriden, Nima? No. They're taking it to Grand Jita County. If the sister born want to undertake a project, where are they taking it? Grand Jita County. Every single organization that you find within the Grand Jita organization or the Grand Jita community, where are those people taking the project? Grand Jita County. So if I would take 6 months to be talking to GGAD memo, which of course I'm blessed to get the support of some of the brain behind the organization, why am I fighting that battle? So my thing is to sit down with them and say, look, you're part of GGAD. GGA. So my thing is to empower those organizations, this small organization, and say, what you're going to do? What you want to do? So GGAD said, look, you know what? We want to build a library. Where? In Zweyu? Okay, yeah. In Bazon District? Yeah, okay, you know what? How your budget? Oh, we're struggling to raise the $200,000 to build a library. A going in Grand Jita County. My focus should be a going in Grand Jita County, because what? A helping Grand Jitans. So my plan here is to say, okay, say you're struggling to raise the $200,000, I got a plan for you. I will show you the way how to raise that money, but it will not come from GGAA. So when I help GGAD to raise that money, when GGA having a convention or anything, will they not show up? Are they not Grand Jitan? And that the same system I will apply to the sister bond, to whatever organization in Grand Jita, in the organization, or alone, you from Grand Jita County and you have a small group and that project is going in Grand Jita County, I don't care. I will help you fund that money. Because with my partner out there, and I know how to get it. I will show you the idea. I will sit with your member. I will sit with your team, with your leadership, and tell you how to raise that money to undertake that project. Because if you build a library, it's not just helping somebody from Bazon District or Punabo District or Chin. It's helping Grand Jita. I don't see district. I see Grand Jita. That's all I see in my eyes.
Are you currently getting counsel from any officials from the GGAD at this present time? Are you soliciting their support? Have they pledged to support your candidacy?
I solicit. I'm only seeking vote right now. I don't need that because I feel that if I cannot lead this organization, I shouldn't be. If I need another somebody to tell me what to do or how to do it, I shouldn't be seeking that kind of higher office.
Mr. Josh, you want to come in?
Yeah, Octavius.
How you doing, bossman?
Yeah. So that way you going now? So,
He carried Daryl, Dylan Levins.
that way you going now?
I apologize. I will call you
I have no
one.
problem. He don't want to be concentrated here myself on Lofa Junior. Look,
Yeah.
let's see that. Let me commend you for taking the bold step. Because as a young man, this is what I needed the community to come up with fresh ideas. I'm not saying we old people have not done some good things, but hey, sometimes you need some young blood to generate the energy that needed. And as I hearing from Mr. So, because the Grand League Association is one of those organizations I admire. You know, I say, but sometimes they say when you far from the river, you don't know how far that how hard that river can get full until you get closer to the river. So I hear this trouble in the Grand League Association is every association in this country. But I think I would tell people the ability for people to take the bull by the horn is very important, and this is what we're doing. And I know Grand League politics is very, very dicey. Ain't nothing to play with. Now, young men like you, or all these things you're explaining, trying to sell this idea to the people. What is it that motivating you at this time to jump in this kingdom?
Thank you. That's a pretty good question. I'm 37 years old. I'll be 38 October 8th. I'm older than the senator for Atlanta, Georgia, one of that Jewish young boy. So when people call me young, because that's the two things I'm hearing on the campaign trail or out there, they say, Octavia, you're too young to lead that great organization. The senator, one of the senators for Atlanta, Georgia, I older than him.
Now, John also.
Yeah, I older than him.
I know, yeah, John also.
So if you say I'm too young, how old? At 38 years, at 37 years old, how old should I be to lead my people? And one of the main reasons why I want to lead this organization, and I believe I will lead it, I don't want tomorrow when I'm sitting in my wheelchair and my children and grandchildren ask me, or when I go back home in Grand Judah County, and they ask me, Octavius, what did you do that your organization today is dead? I don't want to be scratching my head and say, you know, I don't want to do that. So let me try. That if I fail, which of course I know I would not, and I can explain it to my brothers and sisters and my grandchildren, that I make the case to Granjidan. And I believe now one Granjidan today can look at this organization and say it don't need change. I'm not here to go after our former president or those who are going to blame themselves that the organization, it is what it is today. My goal is not to go after them. My goal is to bring young.
What do you mean? What do you mean to go after them?
A lot of people are saying that I run my businesses with very hard hands. And one of my best friends is Jeffrey Fago. He's a well-renowned lawyer. You can Google him. And I heard a saying out there that's saying that I would go after all those who stole Granjidan money, which of course I don't know where they took that thing from. But that's the thing. They say I'm tough. No, I'm not doing it. The people will make that decision. But my plan is to make sure that our leaders be respected.
Okay, I think I get an international call here. He's
okay.
I believe. Let me go to this line here and see here. Mr. Boat, good morning or good evening?
Yes, good morning. It's very early in the morning now. It's about 2:30 in the morning in Norway.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, I'm actually at work, but I've been following the program. I've been listening to Octavius, who is seeking to lead the Grand Judah Association. And the one thing that want to say from time immemorial, I continue to say that the association has been so much politicized that it has not done anything much to benefit the people of Nigeria. Yes, leaders have come and gone. Let us remember that this association was organized in the early 70s when we read the history of the association. But since then, what has actually the association done that has benefited Nigerians, even in America and back home? I've not seen that. Yes, in recent years now, they have, I think one of the most important things I see them doing is building the statue to commemorate our late president, who was our son, which I admire so much for doing that. Because no matter what Samuel K. Doe did, he was leader of Liberia, despite the fact that people classify him as a dictator. But yes, he was a son of Nigeria. So building a statue in his honor was something that I appreciated very well. But what has this organization into this association that we have in Liberia today? Yes, sometimes the young bloods can sometimes go astray, but if they have the kind of leadership quality that I think maybe Otavio possesses, probably the association will go further. Because there's too much politics that is in it.
Mr. Boyd, that seems to be like an endorsement in this early stages here. You already put the cat back.
He's been very much consistent in most of his activities. And we need that consistency in the association. Let us try to divert our attention from politics and try to do humanitarian work.
Thank you.
That will benefit our people. One of the fathers actually formed this association so that Liberians or Nigerians that will converge in the U.S. will be able to come together, put their resources together, be able to help our people back home. But I don't think from the time I've been following this, now the association has been conducted by so many parts of town. And we have the Granada Association in the Americas. What are we doing? Why should we be so much divided from a tiny county with a little population that we cannot be together? Today, you see what is going in Granada is because of the same division. And the only thing I noticed about Granada is that we only come together when we are pushed in the corner. That's when we come together.
We can't even manage it. We can't even manage the crisis good, right?
Yeah. When we are pushed in the corner and others are going against us, that's when we come together and try to fight the enemy or try to fight those who are against us. But when things are settled down, then we become divided. So I think we need some new ideas, some new input. Let us see people from outside of the association who have not come in it. Let them come in. Because there are many Nigerians today that live in the U.S. who are not part of the association. Why? Why don't we ask? Why don't we follow up on these people? Prominent Liberians and Nigerians that are in the U.S., they are not part of the Nigerian Association. Why? Because of the politics that we play in this association. If we take out politics and continue to work out modalities so that we can really bring our people together and work in their interest and do humanitarian work, then I think we will go forward. So for me, yes, if I am a member of from Grand Nigeria, so I think I consider myself as a member, even though I'm not active because I live in Europe. And so I think the young people that want to come forward, we need to support them and let them bring their ideas so that we can see what best they can do for us.
Okay.
Well, they can't lead us tomorrow. So why can't they begin now?
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much.
And Mr. Solo, let me say this. What he
for your call. Okay.
And let me say this. He touched on what is the organization doing for the people? And that ain't my plan right there. One, my first 100 days in office is in my plan. I want to know how many grandchildren. Look, how many grandchildren in this country? Why we don't know how many grandchildren in nursing home? I want to know how many grandchildren in prison. I want to know how many grandchildren just step their foot on the soil. These people need help. We always say, let's help the people back home. But what are we doing to help the people here? That's why right now.
In fact, who providing the resources?
Thank you. Look, you see, one thing that why I keep telling grandchildren is on relationship and tribes, and you don't vote for leaders. Vote for somebody who got the experience. One thing you never see it in the organization, we are non-profit organization. If we got our paper in order, our books in order, do you know the hall, the money that we take to rent hall, we're supposed to get that money back when we file taxes? When was the last time you heard that? It never happened. If I'm president, which of course I know I will be, if you pass 65 years old, you will not pay to go to convention. There will be free transportation, and that money will get it back at the end of the year. Because you're a senior citizen. If you get to that door, you pay $25. Well, Mr. So paying $50. And we'll get that money back from the government. The money is just sitting there. And my plan is this. If you, at Granjina, you in this country and you want to start business, my goal is to show you, help you. I can't be asking the people for $50 every time to go to convention. If we go to convention, Granjina spend between $800 to $1,500 to go to convention. When they go to the convention, are you not worrying about how the people going to pay their bills again? I want to go to bed thinking about that. I want to empower them the same way I'm self-employed. I want to show Granjinians how you can get into Airbnb, how you can do small business, how you can get into real estate. These things, you can do these things. That's why the organization was funded for. I don't just want to take the people money. No. I want to show them how to replace it. And let the pastor asking for 10%, but he can tell you how to replace the 10% or to multiply the 90%. That will not be my portion. I want to tell you, Granjinians, if I'm your leader, in the first 6 months, if you don't become self-employed, don't blame God. It means you don't want it. Right now, I charge $300 to show people how to flip money. Why I can't do it for my own people? I'm levying on it. Because you don't vote for leaders. You vote for people because you related to them, or they loving to your man, or you've been knowing them for 6 years. Or no, don't vote for me. I don't need that vote. Vote for me because of what I'm capable of doing. And my plan is simple. I will change this organization and change the life of my brothers and sisters. That's why the organization was funded for.
Okay. Mr. George.
Grandier.
Yeah.
What you going to do with this issue? I'm from Konobo. I'm from Bason.
Yeah.
I'm from Chin.
Yeah.
But with that Konobo man, what you going to do to bring these groups together?
They're already together. You just need a leader that's going to sit with them and put the plan together. Yes, that's why in the first 6 months of my administration, I'm calling for restructure of the board. The board is our biggest problem in this organization. I run the entity right now. I'm the president for that nonprofit organization, sitting on almost $300,000. And we got only 3 board members. I'm the black one. Why do we have 20-some more board members?
What?
Yes, okay. I'm just going to leave it right there.
That's it.
So my thing is, I need 5 board members.
Out there and find stuff.
Yeah, I need. So yeah, I sit down. I sit down. My board member lobby out there. The plan. I just give you one of my plan how to raise $1 million. I just give you one. My board member go out there to lobby for the organization. I'm sitting down on money right now that I'm supposed to be spending in Liberia. I did not spend it because of the Ebola. I mean, the virus. I'm sitting down on it. My job is to just spend it. That's all they want me to do. That's all they want me to do. That's why I built 23 hand pump in the country. So my problem to that, my solution to that problem, I need 5 board members. One from Kunambo district, Bazon district, and Chin. One from the youth and one from the elder council. You'll go in the room and choose your board member. I mean your board chairman. And you'll come back to me. So you see how. So if the Kunambo people want to undertake a project and they got a Kunambo organization here, they will go there and say, oh, we want to build government toilet. The government toilet cost 5,000. And the board member, one of the board member is the, one of the member is the board member. They will bring it to the national administration. The national administration will carry to what? To the member. And on day one, if the organization announced me as president, I will have a chat room, the presidential daily briefing with the people, that every Granadian would know exactly what's going on in the organization every single minute. I don't have to call. I don't have to call and let the conference call. Go ahead.
Let's take this phone call here. Coming from, I believe, Atlanta, Georgia. Caller, good evening. What's your name and where you calling from?
Oh, this is actually Mr. Jeremiah Shah. I'm calling from Des Moines, Iowa.
Des Moines, Iowa.
Yes.
Jeremiah Shah.
Yes, sir.
How are you, buddy?
Yeah. All right. I've been watching the program from the start, and I thank the young man. You know, he has a great vision. You know, we all love Granadian Association. I think, Otavia, I met you in KC, Kansas City. And kind of, you briefed me about your plans and what you hope to do. But my question is, you've been a manager, or let's say campaign manager for Buttigieg. Buttigieg just announced his candidacy. I know you said from the beginning of the show that, hey, all those guys who are competing against me, I want you to give them the utmost respect. Don't disrespect them, and we all go for it. But I just want you to talk to Granadians. How would you reconcile that feeling? You know, you campaigned for Botti before, and now you're going to be competing against him.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Baby. Thank you, brother. That's a pretty good question. You see, I got a great respect for Botti. I got a great respect for him. I helped to fund that campaign. You see, but I want Granadians to be serious. You gotta be serious. This is not, we're not joking, because this organization have the power to change people's life. And it's not happening. So we shouldn't just choose anybody because they are crown person. You're not be serious. You're gonna stop joking with the organization. So when I hear Bodini, all I can say, we're not playing. This is not a play thing we're doing here.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. And I think Jeremiah did ask. When you keep saying playing, let's start joking. You were one of the touch barrier. You articulated, you restructure, you propagated this guy message. So are you playing with our intelligence at the time? Based on hearing from you now?
No, look, people revolve. The fool that you want love, at some point you will not want it again. Like me, it's like the things that I used to love. I don't like it anymore. My lifestyle changed. So the thing is simple. Like I said, I got a great respect for Botti, but I don't want to even give Botti.
Okay, let's put the cat on the head. That's not going to be the talking point. He's not here. So knowing what you know now, if we ask you to do it differently, you won't take the route that you took in the past.
No, I stand by my decision. At that time, yes, and today, no. It's too different. I mean, the time is just different, you know, and the person is different.
Let me ask you, Otavio.
Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, go ahead, Pa George.
I got 2 questions for you. at the time you were supporting the Boti, what did you see him and today is not there? Secondly, I understand where you're going, that he's a fine man. We all know that lines. We all know it. But there was something, some quality, some potential that you saw him at that time to say, no one, sir, I can throw my weight behind you. And from that time to this time, what has changed? Secondly, you said that you don't want to go after past leader of finances, but I know you. You know how to make money. And I don't think you'll take that money and just throw it out there to people. You hold people responsible. And I want to know from you, because these are the things that destroy all the organizations in America. Money. It may be small, but that's why I see most of the organizations today being destroyed because of money. The management of those micro resources is not too much, but the way people handle those small money, it leads to a bigger problem in the institution breaking down. My question to you, you said that you won't go after anybody, but you think it will be right to say that you're not going after anybody? It's not witch hunting, because records are there. Other people have fed that look. These people just took the money and ate it. And because they ate it, I ain't going back there again. I don't want people that are messenger. So that is what destroying Liberia organization.
Hold on one second, I'll be coming to you.
So my question to you, why would you want to go to look at the books and say, hey man, what happened to this bill? $200?
Additionally, Mr. Gilman, I will be coming to you. Additionally, because there's we're just roller skating and we're going to come back to this. We all must be held accountable, leaders, members as well. And if you say we frown on national government, the growth of the country starts from here. Now you're starting on the community level. Who knows, you could be the president. And so are you saying, or are you telling us, are you telling Grenadians, well, I'm not going to go after anybody. You don't want to know the assets of the associations. You want to know the asset of the association financially, where it stands. And the only way you're going to do that is to verify and validate whatever you're going to meet on the book. If it doesn't commensurate with the document that are going to be turned over to you, even if Alfonso was a body and he was in that positions over the financial to record, don't you think you should ask me, hey, how come I'll peruse through this here? X, Y, Z is lacking. Or yes, we continue to have this syndrome on Octavio's administration. We are all the same people. This year, that family organization. So somebody just get to use the money and do it any kind of way, and then we let the person to go. Is that what you want to bring to this organization?
No. You see, one of the best tools that Grenadians have right now, that to say, look, like Edith, she is contesting, so I'm safe to call her name. I know that for fact. During her 4 years administration, we were able to raise almost close to $700,000, because if we raised 180 some more thousand in Phoenix, Arizona, just for one event, and she was there for 4 years. If Grenadian can put that figure together and say, okay, what all this money gone? And today our organization, we can show a pencil, then we have a problem. But it is coming back in the race. So why should I do the job for them? They have a choice there to say, look, we want something different. You bend it. And we can see where you did with our money. And so what we're going to do here is, we're not going to bother you. We just don't want you in our office anymore. And this is what I'm going to do. Like I said, Grenadians know me. They know my record. That's why I'm running on my record. Some people will go around and say, look, vote for me, baby. And you know what? Man, we in the same district. We came from the same place. No, run on my record. So this is what I'm going to do. From day one, I will want Grenadian organization, the president, Mr. Yubote, to lay out every single thing, the asset of this organization. and I will explain it to Grand Jury organization. I mean, to the people. Look, this is the pencil that Mr. Yuboti left. This is the chicken soup that he left. This is the cold spoon. All he left me. This is $200 he left in
You were not questioning it.
No, this is where I will question it. If it come with a piece of paper, and this paper said 3 cold spoon, but Mr. Yubode left me, he gave me 1 cold spoon, then it's a problem. And then that way now, I'm going to take it to the different level. Because my character...
What would be that level?
Yeah, that level. And I mentioned my best friend, Jeffrey Fargo Law. And I talked to him a lot of times.
Into court?
I bring in Fargo Law. I'm hiring that law firm personally. I'm paying that law firm to put our books in order. I want to know exactly if GGA, a grand jury organization, have
Let me take some call. It's getting to be interesting here. Let's take some call here. I think, yeah. Let me go to the line here. Jerome Tilly is on the line. Jerome, are you still there?
Oh.
Are you there, Jerome?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you for being so patient. Go ahead. What's your question? What's your comment?
Oh, no, I got a comment. I just want to respond to Jeremiah. Oh, I call him. Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, question you asked Otavio, because I wanted to bring it up behind Otavio. Yeah, Jeremiah, you said what Otavio going to do during Iran political campaign 2014 to 15. During that time, it was a different year. We're having no Zoom, Telecom, or we're not having no Facebook. Again, 3 people on. It's a different year. Every year, everybody gets a different way of doing things. Otavio, when you have both reach there, it will be a different game. We'll have a question for them. The same way I asked Chelsea Grant when I in Morocco with him in the office, when he told me you're going to race to be grand jury next senator, I asked him, was he you were running for Mr. Dennis Chaplin 2014? He said, yeah. I said, now we're on the same position. What would be the difference? You're going to tell us, or we're going to be the difference. You're going to tell the grand jury. Because you're one of the strong supporters, Chaplin Malebo, Mr. Dennis. So, Mr. Shah, when the time reached, my people told me, Maria, is that Moneymaker, when the time reached, you'll see how politics play, will be professional, and I'll tell you the reason why I was campaigning for Master Dennis, and now I'm going to race. So the question I asked Otavio about vegetarian, when the time reached, if the cow will eat one debate, they will eat it. But right now, Otavio only hired President Chaplin only hired laying his platform. What are you going to do?
So Moneymaker.
Question? Yes, sir.
Did I hear you saying you one of his supporter, advisor, or are you working closely with his campaign?
Like I say again, when the time reached, because for me, I'm in the community, I cannot say anything right now, but you're saying that because when the time reached here, I can't do it. But you're telling my brother, Jeremiah, that the same thing my people on Chelsea Grant told me in the office. When the time reached, you let me know why now you're running on your own ticket, and you let me know why you're not running to people Master Dennis, and he ain't going to send up position of Boston District. Okay. I cannot say anything right now. Anything I say will be just given tomorrow. I can be disqualified. I'll be professional line, yeah.
Everybody trying to word the fine line. Okay, thank you so much. Okay. All right. Okay, let's go to Christopher Lottie Tobasi. Christopher, are you there?
Whoa. Yeah. So, I want to say thank you again tonight for the opportunity, and thank you to my brother in studio, Mr. Otavio Gilman. You know, Mr. Sue, I have a problem. And the problem is that, when Mr. Gilman had a podcast show, running out of Detroit, he did some things that didn't go down well with the Liberian people, and even the Grand Jury as a whole. Number one, he named a dog George Weah.
My man.
It's offensive. It's offensive. Because this Grand Jury organization is a it's a noble organization. Anything Grand Jury means that it's Liberia. You know, the government will have interest tomorrow. You know, the man, if he end up becoming the president, he will, you know, maybe one day sit down with the president or maybe somebody in government and stuff like that. You know, and when we told him the last time that it was wrong for him to name his dog George Weah, and he insisted that his dog will be called President Weah. And today he's running for Grand Jury Organization president. I think a lot of people have problem with that. The another thing is, second thing here is, you refer to Helen Johnson Sirleaf as an ugly old lady. You don't speak to women like that. You know, she's the first female president of Africa. She's a mother, she's a grandmother. You don't call her ugly old lady. You know, they're rotting ugly old lady. I think Mr. Gilman he needs to apologize to the women of Liberia and the women of Grand Jury. In fact, not just Helen Johnson Sirleaf alone, he insulted almost a whole host of women from Grand Jury. You know, that's what I mean by he has anger management issues.
Okay.
You know, the entire thing. They need to at least see fit to have some redress, you know, so that people can give him a second look. You know, but as it is, you know, if he don't apologize for some of the things he has said in the past, you know, I think he will have a problem. The last time he accused past leaders of being corrupt, you got to sit down the old mass to apply new mass. You can't refer to Thelma Collins then and Augustine Manye then and the Jamie Boti then as very corrupt. You know, that they don't deserve.
Mr. So, wait, let me say that, Mr. So.
Okay, let me go to him. All right.
Yeah, Mr. So, hold
Let me
on.
go to him to quickly to respond.
Yeah, let me say this.
Okay.
The
All
main
right. Thank
thing,
you so much.
the main thing
Okay, let's Mr. Gilman.
yeah, the main thing I want to touch on, when he said that I insulted Granadian women, I really want him to be specific on that one. The other, I want him to really speak on that, because that's not me, and let him provide proof. I'm not going to leave that. That is very important to me. You cannot say that. You cannot just come here and if you're not going to support me, that's fine, but you can't just lie. That particular one is very hurtful. It's wrong. So where do you have tape, and where, what the occasion they are ever insulted Granadian women, and do you have witness to approve? I mean, don't do that.
Okay, he hang up. Do you want him to? I'm not sure whether it would be a good idea to get into that. If that's something you want to address, the other two.
No, but that's my character. He cannot just lie. I mean, that's wrong. I mean, you're not going to support somebody, that's fine, but don't just make a story. People know me. I've been on Facebook for almost
16 if you
years.
want to expand on that, you can call back.
Let him send you the proof. Let him send you the tip, and where. If somebody listen, let it come and say where.
Okay.
You can, I mean, I can go to him. I can just sit down here and say, "Oh, Christopher Tubasi or Christopher is gay." Is that true? No. I can just make a story. Oh, the man just stole from Walmart just now. Is that true? No. Anybody can just make up. I mean, don't do that.
Do you want to respond to the other two?
No.
Why?
It's not relevant. And my dog name is Octavius Gilman. So why am I even giving it airtime? And my dog name is not Joe Weah.
Okay. Let me see here. Let's go to here. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir. This is Min again. I just wanted to comment on the aspect of accountability. Because I think over the years, I know I've not been in the U.S. or have not even read some of your financial reports. I did read some of them one time on the net. But I think we need accountability in every organization, not only Grand Jury Association. Because if you're accountable for what you do, the money you collect, how you dispense them or how you spend them, people need to know, you know. And I think Grand Jury Association has been having problem with accountability over the years. Because leaders will come and go, and then people will grumble and say money got missing. Some people don't have proof to say where money was missing. But are there accounts that are kept in the Grand Jury Association? Because I know they have bank accounts, but how do they disburse money? How do they deposit money? How they use this money is something that needs to be accounted for. So I think any leadership that comes to power need to verify if to have a report to say, yeah, this previous leadership, what did you do? How much money did you collect? How much money did you spend? And what is the account balance? You need to go into those things. You can't just leave them undone. Because if we continue in that way, we would not be doing the right thing for our people. Because people need to know how we spend money.
Okay then. Okay, thank you so much. Let me pick up Christopher here. Let he make your point because I think Christopher, are you there?
Oh yeah, Mr. So I'm here.
Okay, Mr. Gilman vehemently rejected what you say, and you, I think you heard what he was saying. Is there?
Yeah.
Do you?
Mr. So the evidence are there. You know, I accusing him of having anger management issue, right? And now he exhibiting the same thing I'm accusing him about. He getting angry. He's starting to scream. He's starting to sweat. He gets uncomfortable. You know, he will be a bad debater. You know, I'm saying that he has
oh
videos.
My goodness.
I'm saying that this man had a talk show. He had video brandishing AK-47, brandishing AR-15 pistols. I don't know whether he bringing them to shoot Nigerians at a convention or maybe at a debate, but this guy been brandishing weapons on live TV. We got the videos. In fact, when he insulted Helen Sally Johnson, ugly old lady, we got the video. When he even called Josh, we are a dog. A dog. He named it Josh, and he's denying it. He can't even admit to it. He's telling you that, oh, you can't, no comment on Helen.
Do you have that video?
We got videos. I can forward them.
No, do you have that video?
I can forward them to you because it will take me some time, but I got them, you know, because we share them around. People save them. I will find it and send it to you. But Otivia cannot deny that the dog his name is dog after the president, George Weah. And he called her ugly old lady. This man is anti-women. And he's anti the women of Grand Gita. He have insulted a number of women. And they know they will be calling. A lot of them will be calling tonight. And he will answer to these women. Thank you.
You know,
oh boy, the politics of Grand Gita is on the
way. I know Grand Gita.
I wanna, that's okay. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so yeah, go ahead, Pa Joyce.
Mr. Otiba Gilman had a podcast. He was talking national politics. And addressing Ellen Johnson-Sirleaf, George Weah, what was the content at that time? You cannot bring that into your local organization. If at all, Otiba Gilman had insulted a female of someone from Grand Gita, then of course, we can say, Otiba, this is what you did to your people. But at that time, if Otiba alone from national office, then I think we should start questioning Otiba.
Hold on one second. Now let's ping around this here. I don't think we want to waste time here. So, what is the essence of people going back to track people records when you are when you seeking national public office? Is there some things exempted from that?
No, nothing is exempted. But what I'm saying here is, he asking that this man, Otiba, should apologize for calling that door.
Okay, let's see whether we can make progress. I don't want to dwell.
Yeah, but Otiba, I want to go back to this accountability thing. Let me go back again. You were talking about a law firm.
Yeah.
On this platform, I want to know from you, or the people of Grand Gita, I can want to know from you. If you are president, will you bring in an outside auditor?
Yes.
To audit the books of Grand Gita Association?
Yes. And I will start with the administration that will be leaving, and that it will be 100% funded by me. And anybody can Google that law firm right now. It's called Fargo Law. Because one, I don't want to take on something that Grand Gita don't know about. If they present me of $5,000, I need to know the asset that will be handed over to me, and I'm going to present it to the Grand Gita.
Earlier that you don't want to waste your time on these people.
No. I'm saying going back. No, I said going back to Mr. Graham, Timon Collins,
But there was also a transition. So why there should be a status of limitation to say only the person that you will be taking over from? What happens? Don't you think you want to look at the books coming from those, or maybe let's say 3 or the last 4, 5, 6 presidents of the association? Because whatever he or she inherited, that's what they want to be passing over. Suppose the president, let's say you won the elections and James Yaboti is turning over. And you both say, okay, this is what I received from the last administration. What do you do then?
Yeah, I would take it from Jane Ubote. I'm auditing Jane Ubote administration. Jane Ubote had a right to audit Augustine Menye. You know, so I'm going to take it from Jane Ubote and make sure the grand jury say, look, and explain to the grand jury, say, look, this is why Jane Ubote left me. And this is what, so I want you to know exactly what I'm taking over. So tomorrow, you will know exactly. You can't say, oh, Jane Ubote left $600,000 in GG account. No. So grand jury organization, grand jury people would know exactly what Jane Ubote turned over.
For discussion purposes.
Yes.
For discussion purposes. If the record on the books are not commensurate with what you're going to be receive and the firm you're talking about come out and validate that discrepancy or something just not right, what next? What do you do next?
Okay, so now if Jane Ubote turned $5,000 over, and then the record said, oh, Jane Ubote raised $20,000, we can't just say Jane Ubote stole money. We want to know exactly what he spent. What happened with that $15,000? So he can say, oh, the $15,000 was spent on a monument. He did not steal it. He spent that money. That's not a crime. So my thing, I want grand jury to know exactly, pin by pin, how much Jane Ubote left, what he left, every single asset. While in grand jury counted that monument will be turned over to me, I want to know how much it will cost to maintain that monument. That monument need to be taken care of. All those things. If that monument need to be completed, and I will finish it. That's like I said, you cannot just stop something because the president leave. You have to go back and see what is important for the organization.
So, no.
But 100%, let me say this. I know 100%. My administration will be the first administration that grand jury, that this organization will send somebody to prison for embezzling GGA money. I will do it without blinking.
Okay.
I'm getting a little bit, okay. All right. Yeah, so there seems to be a walk back that you are going to let people go, right?
It becoming interesting.
You see what?
I say it seems to me there's a war back that you're not going to go after people. How are they going to go to jail?
Yeah, no. If I say I'll not go after people, I'm talking about the past. I mean, that Junior is supposed to go after Augustine Menye. Why am I doing her work? I'm going after Junior, but if Junior and people is not matching on with what he said in the account, I want to know. The law firm going to go after and say, look, Junior giving you something different.
Why are you going to pay that law firm on your own? It's an organization. Why you want to pay the law firm on your own? So if your services is terminated, that's the end of it. Why you want to do it personally?
Yeah, because my job, the plan for me is not to spend GGA money. It's to create money for them.
You put a huge budget here. Why not is injected so that it is done. That the institution, you are structuring. That's part of the structure building. That's part of the institution building. You are setting a foundation that others, when they come, they're going to go on. What happens when I come in tomorrow? I want to be a president, and I can't afford hiring law firm. Now, when I bring
and you go in the coffin, you go in the coffin. You go in the coffee and make the case to grand jury. This is what you want to do. I don't have the time to explain to grand jury. Say, look, I want to take $30,000. I want to take $20,000 to go hire a law firm to get your books ready. It's not just going after Junior Pote, but we want to know if our 501c3 starter is even legit. We want to know those things to get our books in order, to make sure our account in order. Those are the main thing I want to focus on. That's why I want to spend my own money. Spending it is not a problem. Because the time to go explain to grand jury around the country and say, look, I want to take $30,000 from your account to go hire a lawyer. I don't want to do that. I wanted to start from day one. Huh?
Is that applicable if you leave from here today, you become president, and after president, maybe who knows where your political career or whatever will be? You've been talking a lot here or now you're on your podcast and other places. maybe you want to go run as a senator in Grand Jide or Grand Ambassador. Will you continue to spend your own money even if you have it?
Yes, yeah, and that's something that I would do. I'm the president for my school alumni association. I spend my own money to campaign, and that's how the campaign will be funded. Except, but the thing is not about the money. The thing is about I need this organization to get back to why it was funded. The three basic reasons: to empower, to help, and unite. The problem with the people staying back, they fail up. You can't, the people, and most of the people that fund the organization, that were hard-working women. Hard-working women. They pay their hard-earned money. They give it to you, and you just spend it, you take it. They want to know exactly. They're not saying that you stole it. Where is it?
What's the thought about this here? Some of us are free thinkers, and so we go out of the backs to do. Because when our president was on the street, there are things we support, but people always have their own tendency of laying it. The essence of these organizations is for us to be sort of financially strong and be very strategic as to how we want to raise money and what we want to be doing stuff. Every time going to convention, and you just rightfully say it, I mean, going to convention will spend thousands of dollars. Do you intend, if elected president, to take some sort of administrative decisions, make the case genuinely, patiently, convincingly? Hey, probably we need to go to conventions or yearly. The Constitution here, for whatever reason, I don't know why, they think it's stagnant and it can be amended. It can be something. That's not the case. That is, we could possibly divide the organization into a zone, people within the New England belt, because people, and I agree with what you said. It's only it doesn't make sense. I spend $800 and go and pay $50, and some of them want to go say they still don't even pay, and that's the only source of income to this organization here. Why we find a way, people that stay within the New England belt, so the chapters that stay within the New England belt. Elections are conducted right here. You can have your commissioner here, and the people, like I had is which group was this at? What's the group? Recently they were in Ohio, or whatever it is. People register. They register on the same day. They pay the money. Your essence is to raise good money and pay good money, but we don't do it. They can't. Oh, your man not from Grand Jide, your partner from Grand Jide. You're not look like Grand Jide. I don't know what is the determining factor that they look at somebody by their name, or they know some sort of a biological history about you. Oh, you're now 100% Grand Jide. Do you intend to change this sort of way here to figure out, because you're a business guy? I think those are the things you want to do. Right? Do we have to always be flying, going to a convention? And to participate and give money?
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna change. Look, we work hard in this country. Grand Jide need to socialize. And some people, that's the only time they got to mingle, to see old friends. So I'm not gonna do that. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna improve on that. That notion that we have to leave the hall Friday, 12 o'clock, because okay, Mr. Zion or Alfonso, so they come in with a koso in the morning to have business meeting. No, Grand Jide will sit to that hall, dance, enjoy themselves on Friday until wee hour. Yes, why? The people pay the money to have fun and not listen to too much talking. So now we're having kickball, and we want every chapter to bring the kickball team at that convention. We need every chapter to bring the football team at that convention. We need Scrabble, every chapter to bring the best Scrabble player. We engage the organization. Grand Jide do not have problems spending money or giving money to the organization. They have problem with people stealing the money. They have problem with not seeing where the money being spent. So my thing here is, the only way GGA know how to make money right now is convention. That notion is not my administration. I got 16 different ways. I just provide one to raise the budget from $100,000 to the million. Easy. The other way is to make the case. There are money out there. I want to send out 50,000 grand letter in my first 3 months. When was the last time you heard that the biggest organization, the oldest organization ever read a grand letter out there to seek help? These are things that we're supposed to be doing every year. Why are we not doing it? Because you know what? You only vote for people because you're related. You've been knowing them for 10 years. They came from your district. You don't vote for leaders. So I'm appealing to Grangidian organization. I'm appealing to Grangidians tonight. I need your support. Before your support, I need your prayers. I need your blessing. And I need your advice. We can change the organization regardless of our differences. And most especially we the young people. We the young people. This organization is on our shoulder. If we don't take it today, if we don't fix it today, we shouldn't blame any of them tomorrow. We shouldn't blame our fathers. We shouldn't blame our mother because we have the opportunity now. Don't look down on yourself. Believe in yourself that you can change it. And now what I'm appealing to every young men and women out there. Oh, and say, please, don't call me young. I'm 38 years, I'm 37 years, or I'll be 38 October 8th. I'm not young. Vote for me, support me, and I can make the difference in your life and in the organization.
Let's take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back. I'm Alfonso Z and Salt of the Liberia Public Radio.
From the West African nation of Côte d'Ivoire, Liberia Public Radio and Television present Business Diary. This program focuses on the activities of business institutions and individuals in society.
I'm Jeremiah Zhao Sr., CEO of All Nation Bank. It's been very good to have this business established here. We are 1 year since we opened here in Anono. There have been few challenges here that have faced in this country, and that is all about the language. But here instead, I refuse to be deterred. I refuse to be discouraged. I open a business and things have been fine.
My name is Mercy Wangarilanga. I am a finance officer working for an international organization. I have a master's degree in business administration. So today I'd like to take the opportunity to talk to you about the COVID pandemic and how it has affected the business sector in terms of me working in an organization, an international organization.
Don't miss out. Be my guest. It's coming soon on Liberia Public Radio and Television.
Okay, that's our man. Ben Temwe is based in Abidjan, is our national correspondent of the Liberia Public Radio based in the West African state of Abidjan, La Côte d'Ivoire. Business diary, we involve in multitudes of roles. So if you're a businessman like Octavius Gilman, maybe after this 1 year we'll be getting some commercial from him. If you have anything business-wise, we can get you to. Let me play this here and tell us a little more. Let you tell us a little about it and why you decided to do this here.
Okay.
Let me see here. Okay, let's see. Hopefully the audio come out here. We hope to get an audio. All right, let me see. I'm quite sure the audio will come out here. That's a hand pump there. We have been told is one of Mr. Gilman's initiative. Let me see here. Why is it not on? Okay, hold on. Oh, hold on. Let's see. I think this.
And all of the institutions in this country, particularly Grangidians, were all down. And people, humanitarian people in America who are not seeing us and feeding for us is a great gesture. We want to be grateful to them. May the Lord bless them abundantly. Wheresoever they have taken the phone, may it be multiplied. As you have seen, Total is a large community. We are seeing this well, but we want to appeal to them that another one should be added so that our people will be able to have access to pure drinking water. This community is a very big community. So we'll be grateful when they think in our direction and send us another well. If possible, 2 more wells, which our people will be happy to receive. As we speak on this one, other people from other quarters of the community continue to approach me, continue to ask me, continue to tell them thank you for what they have done. We also want to say thank you to John Balio and his own group that came here cooperatively and they work with us. There's no confusion. May the God bless all of them. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Gilman.
Yeah.
Tell us a little more how you arrived at this point.
Yeah, you see, one thing is a lot of time, like I said, I'm a very private person. I keep my businesses or what I do very private. The only reason why Liberian or Granadians are hearing some of these things because I'm running to be president for the organization. That's the only reason. So some people will say it's bragging because if it's bragging, you're supposed to know a long time. I've built almost 23 hand pumps right now in Liberia. My guys by the name of John Barrier from Nima County, that's the head for my team. He sent me a video, and the video was from a creek. And then I said, "What is people drinking from that creek?" He said, "Yes." And then the next day, JJ Dennis called me. JJ Dennis is I think is the current or former president for Bison District.
Current president.
Yeah. And he called me. He said, "Yeah, Mr. Gilman, I've seen your pump out there that you building hand pumps in Liberia, this and that around. I've seen it on Facebook. Can you undertake a project? Can you put one in Bison District?" I say, "I don't mind. Let me speak to Mambo because it's a project. Like I said in my intro, that the money out here that I just gotta spend. That's all they want me to do, and I can do it just right away." So I spoke to the old lady in her team, and she told me, "Go ahead." And I called JJ, and I sent my crew. At that time, they were in Basso in District 2, putting a hand pump in Grand Basso County. And called my team, and they flew. They left from Grand Basso, and they went to Grand Jide, Basso District. They were in touch with JJ and his team, and they took them there, and they were able to build a hand pump. Then when I saw that particular video, in that video, if you start the video from the beginning, you will hear him calling my name and thanking the old lady, everything. And I said, "JJ, how many people in that village?" And I asked my team. They told me it's a lot of people. I said, "Okay, then we got to do another hand pump." But then the guy said it's expensive because we have to put every single thing on motorbike. I said, "Wow." I said, "Yeah." He said, "There's no car going to that village." So I said, "Okay, I don't mind doing it. I will cut the check." And I did. And that's 2 hand pump right now in Bison District. And the only bad thing about it,
what could be the cost if you were to tell us?
Huh?
If you were to tell us the cost of those pumps?
Yeah, one of those hand pumps cost $4,200. The reason, and that not include the transportation and feeding. The reason why that hand pump was expensive because the location.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think drilling is. I try to do something. Drilling is very
Yeah,
costly.
yeah. And I put a hand pump in Sando. It cost me almost close to $6,000 because of the distance. And so the thing is, I felt bad because that was one of the last place I put a hand pump in Grand Judah County, and that's where I'm from, and that's why I felt guilty. And so when people say I'm half crime, I'm half Grand Judah. I was in Kansas City. Somebody said you're running to be president, but your father is from Grand Bassa County, and your mom. So I can't vote for you because you have crime. A lady told him, say, well, why you didn't tell him he will have crime when he pulled 2 hand pump in Boston District at Grand Judah County? And he said, that's not true. And I sent him the video. But you see, it's not about people saying these things. I will continue to do that regardless of who become president. I will work hard to work with any leader that become president for
Do you see
GGA.
that offensive? Do you see that it was offensive, divisive, and all of that?
No, I've been hearing it a lot. That look, my life is open book. The only thing you will say about me is I'm engaged in international politics. I get friends all over the place. People say they will not support me because I'm not seditious. But my best friend is Bill Terry. My best friend is Akara Gray. Mobile model. Do you see how politics work? They know me. So you want them to say mobile model don't follow me? You don't know my rhetoric? You want them to say Bill Terry don't know me? The managing director for the port in Basel County, you want them to say you don't know me? But these are people who I talk to, I got great respect for, but they understand it's politics. So, but the thing is, I don't see it like that. I don't see like I holding it against them. It come down to education, because we're in a great country where you find a Democrat married to a Republican and they living on the same roof. But then why we can do that in our country? So it comes down to education, and that's why when I listen to people say you have crime, so we can't vote for you, I say thank you, God bless you. But let me say this: I would do more, even if I lose the election, which of course I would not do. I will win it, but if Edith become president, I will work with her because at the end of the day, it's not about me. It's about the county. It's about the people. So if I will own it, if I would say I will sit back when Edith become president, that means I will in it for myself, and that being selfish, and that being evil. I want history to remember me, what I did for my people, and the impact I have made to society. Not how much in my bank account, not how much money, not how much property I own. I want history and grandchildren to remember me, the life I have touched. And before I end, to go to another topic or question. Right now, as we speak, there are 20 grandchildren, women right now, that are being empowered. I just gave a loan to them to start a small business.
Where are they? In the US or in Grand Judah?
In Grand Judah County. So, and my witness is not far away. He's not there. It's Timon Collins. Is the representative for Grand Judah County. The new representative. Guyana. So, I mean, you can criticize me, but I'm still touching life. Our brothers in Grand Judah County, the young people, they beg for Scrabble bowl. They needed only one Scrabble and dictionary. They call around, they said they call around in the diaspora, Europe. They asked senator representative. Nobody could help them. They reached out to Timon Collins. And Timon was able to reach out to me. He said, can you help your brothers and sisters in Grand Judah County? These are young people, don't want to be on the street. Can you help them?
Okay.
I want you all to buy 4 Scrabble book and 4 Scrabble dictionary to send to Grand Juda County. You can say I'm half Grandian. That's fine. But at least let history remember me when I die. Thank you.
All right. Time is already running out of us here. We hope to be having this, and our phone lines are open. For those who are contesting, just get ready. We're going to play some hardball questions. He reached out to us, and we're giving the opportunity. For long, I've not talked about Grand Unit Association. Are you willing, if LPR were to organize a debate among the colleagues to come right here and talk on those issues of substance, look in the eyes of Madam Poat, Boti Tire, and say, you know what, I am better fit, equipped to be the president? Are you willing to attend any debate if it is organized here?
Oh, sure. I don't mind any day, anytime, anywhere, and we can even do it in person. I'm ready for that.
Okay, well, let me ask you this question before we wrap up. I know we're in the business. Sometimes we can say some things, national, local, everything. So, but I always tell people the biggest thing is when you make mistake, is to realize and say, hey, I take full responsibility. Now, let me ask you, is there anything that you think you have said? Generally, I'm not being perceived to anybody. Politically, that today you think that you will say, hey, you know what happened? I'm sorry. I know I said something to some people. I said something that offended some people. Not directly to them, but maybe I spoke about somebody and they took offense to it. Generally, I'm not being perceived. I don't want to call any name. Can you just say, look, you know what happened? Yes. I may have said something to some people, but I'm a human. And if I did so, I'm sorry.
And probably maybe you can put a cap on it to say, you remember Dr. Abbas Bondo, Abbas Bonad, during the heat of the civil crisis, his interview with BBC, it was troubling when he said part of ECOWAS plan was to eliminate Samuel Doe, which of course it did happen, but guess what? He came back the next day, he said that was a slip of tongue. Is there any slip of tongue in the past of anything that you said that you think going to come back to bite you?
Yeah. Yes.
To be very genuine and sincere in your thought.
Yes.
If that I know people will make some accusation, counter accusation, but I'm just asking you. You're running for the president of the Grand Gay Association. Yes, I know you said something, but not directly to Grand Gayans. Or maybe there's somebody out there that some Grand Gayans are attached to and they have taken offense to. So in a general context, I'm asking you, will you be willing to say, hey, you know what happened? Hey, I'm involved in, I said something maybe much earlier that I think I should not have said. So I take full responsibility and my apology to anybody who think that I said this to them.
Yeah, let me say this. And thank you very much for that brilliant and question. I never been put on the spot or asked such a brilliant question like that. I know I'm a politician and a businessman. I'm a human being and I will make mistakes. I made a lot of mistakes, but not to insult anyone intentionally. But I would say this. I would like to say openly on this platform that I do apologize to. It's not, I never insulted them, but through my maybe writing, in whatever shape or form, people like it's like President Weir saying, "Oh, call my dog name George Weir." I did not refer to him as dog, but just to say, "Oh, my dog name was George Weir," and that's something that if I could do it all over, I would not do that because I know it have some implication on some people. Open it. If I would do it again, no, it would not happen. So I will say I'm sorry for that. That's what wrong. If anybody, I know I did not refer to President Weah, but if his supporter or anybody said or felt hurt by that, I do apologize for that.
Okay, well, it's 9:58 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's what make a good politician. Now I will not consider you like one of the Liberian politicians who are very defiant. Everything they give justification. Yeah, we all slipped down the slope. We all derailed like a train. But the best thing is to come back to say here, that's the human side of people, and I think. That's because when you do that quick on hand, you put that behind you because people, I don't care what happened, people got to find, people got to come and they have a legitimate reason. But I think that was a very bold step. The man from the far right, Amos George, how you dig up this whole thing here? What was the rationale behind it?
So tell my little brother, and I love the young man. And we all say some things. Sometimes the air get charged. We say some words. But other people take offense to it because we say it to somebody that they love.
Yeah.
And
the politics now.
Yes. So that's why I framed that question. Not coming to him to attack him personally. That what I generalize say, maybe, hey, we're all young. Oh, we say something sometimes. We are in the business. I know some people see me somewhere. And they say, hey, you know what? Sometimes they need people calls. It's not that we talk to people directly, but we're talking to people that they're connected to. And because of that, they take offense to those things.
Somebody came in my face in Liberia that you, so I said, what's your problem?
Yeah. So, and that's why I put it, this is why I would tell people about me. If I insult you, I can come back and I say that tomorrow. I ask myself, you know what happened? Yeah, okay, I was angry. I can call and say, you know what happened? I'm sorry for what I said. Let's move on. And I tell people, once you do that with me, I'm finished with it.
I mean, we can't really get
I realized, hey, you know what happened? Yeah, I said something which was not right at the time, not directly to people, but people they connected to. So I just want to generalize a little. I'm sorry. And this is why I asked him that question. Okay. And he really responded to it.
All right. So, okay, Mr. Gilman, we want to thank you so much. And this is all out there to the rest of the folks. What specifically maybe which we have touched on? That's the whole beginning now. You have caused LPR, you have brought me out of retirement to jump into Grand Leader politics because Grand Leader politics is such a kind of stuff here.
Deep.
Yeah, very, 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 very deep. What you wish you have touched on and we didn't touch on what's your final message before we let you go?
And you did everything you could. And thank you very much. Mom, it will not be my final message because I will be back for tonight.
Oh, yeah, just for the
just for tonight. let me say this to Granjidans that I want to speak to you personally as one of y'all. It's true that my age may look young. My face may look young. My height. But I want you to stand behind me. If anything happened to you as Granjidin, they would not say you're from Bazon district, you're from Kunabo district, or from Chan district. They say you're from Granjida County. I want us to remember each other in our prayers, in whatever we do. I want us to be our brother's keeper. I want us to put hands around those who cannot make it. I want us to be united. I want you to come back and make the organization better. The reason you're walking away, the reason you step away is accountability. I understand it. I can fix that problem. So I'm asking you for your support. I will bring the organization together. Accountability will be my #1 priority. And you will have a leader who you don't have to worry about your money. I'm begging you. If I said anything out there, did anything to you, I'm asking you with God in heaven to forgive me. We are all one people. Let's come back and rebuild our organization and see how best we can help our brothers and sisters in this country to empower them and help our brothers and sisters back home. May God bless you. I see you in the state near you. Thank you.
Before you go, let me do this one here to take you on to retrospect your journey for the president. Video courtesies of the Liberia Public Radio, that's Cleveland Convention that brought in President Augustine Kennedy. And that's how we want to send presidential experience. Reformers who want to get a different thing, trying to challenge the status quo of Gilman from Detroit, Michigan, is in a race for the 2023 presidential election. Well, another one going on in Liberia, one coming on here now. Gilman, thank you so much for your time, and we're looking forward to having you here, and all of the other rest of those that will be contesting as well. And they are willing. Let us reach out just what you did, and we'll give everybody a fair share. Thank you so much. Amos Joyce.
Yeah.
That's my Grand Juliet associations. When Grand Juliet move the moves in droves and something. But here we are. Power struggle. You know, yeah, everybody wants to be in the fries. Everybody wants to be in the photo. That's what happened. And I think we must hold people accountable. They don't have to get in the Senate or be representative or president. It starts from here. Who knows whether from here Otavio want to be senator or representative in Grand Bassa or in Grand Jide or any of the counties, anywhere that you reside or you have property, you can contest. So this is not just only government alone to say we must hold government officials accountable. And that's what we're pushing, because there are people who have sent these organizations down the drain. They need to answer and they need to be apologetic. Some of them are still defiant. It is unacceptable. And we can't say, oh, because it's a family organization, Tefonso squandered or Amos Joy squandered the people of Bon County money and we don't want the family to feel bad, he should walk away. No. Then you are simply telling me if you get in government, those are the same behaviors or attitude you're going to be conducting. Mr. George, I want to thank you so much this evening. What's your final word before we go?
Well, I mean, as I said, for me, I know him, I follow him, and his leadership style, I know many people don't want to agree with him because I know how he do things. And for our communities, like that kind of leadership style, I know. So that's one of the things. But like he mentioned, $180,000, Mr. So $180,000.
I have to, it's been a while, I've not followed it. I have to verify that figure.
Yes.
I know I was in, yeah, politicians always got a type of figure. So we'll verify that figure and I know where to go to get it.
Yeah, and it's the same thing.
But actually, a good amount was raised from the Phoenix, Arizona. If I bring some of the pictures here or images, you know.
The Bunker Association people, I was talking to somebody about the same problem. Right now, they got two factions. The other group said they are a legitimate person, the other group said they are the president. And I was talking to someone, I said, look, y'all need to stop this thing. Y'all come together because if the country divided, you got two national associations. How would the association function? And it's just sad for our people. People, the leadership, they don't guide the people. It's the finances always mismanaged. They don't want to give accountability.
Yeah. And I know one good thing he said about the board. The board of directors, the structure of that board is terrible. It's ridiculous.
27%.
How can these people you put in the room, they're going to butt and kill one another because they can't come to a consensus. They would not agree on anything. First of all, there must be some sort of prerequisite to be a board member. Board member, you can be a broker. You must have the contact. You must go out there and find things for the administration. Your job is to lobby, bring things to the organization. But we have board people who are there, who does not have the visions, who are unable to go out there to lobby and even to bring something to the national administration. So they are also part and parcel of the whole thing. Mr. George, you want to leave it here this evening. Tomorrow morning, 6:30, we'll be connecting with our sister network in Liberia, Scar FM, Scar TV, T-Max Jirate, 50/50. We are working on modalities sooner or later in the next coming days or week. T-Max will be in Monrovia. I will be on the other end. Amos George will be in Atlanta, Georgia. The liberal on this network. I don't know how we're going to manage and continue this guy here. I don't know what we do with Samson Toe and the liberal. We're all going to be teaming out as a panelist and a contributor. Sky FM, Lpr-Tv will be hovering over the Republic of Liberia, bringing in politicians, state actors, and give them some real-time questions, but fair, balanced, objective, and proportional. Not just on the entertainment, not just what you want to hear, but what you need to know. That's the DNA of the Liberia Public Radio. But George, I want to thank you so much. The Liberal, he sent me a message. He said he's going to be coming back. So I said you still need to be on. Still enjoy your time off. The few days we are having the next time, we're not pulling things here and there. But by the time he comes here, he opens another drama. So, no bad for a child.
He'll be walking with a Bible in his hand to preach politics.
One day he from the other person, another day from this other person, and then when you go off the show, then he wants to make true confession. I don't have for that.
What you today? You saw Ambassador Barker interview?
I want to interview him now. I myself want to interview you. I hope somebody can facilitate that because I've done everything possibly we can. I myself want to interview him now, so we know what we're heading as a people, as a country, and we will give them the opportunity as long as they are willing to come here. But I believe me or not, once T-Max we start that, they will come.
Oh yeah,
they will come because what we are doing, we are building the machinery right now. Throughout the length and breadth, where the diasporans will be heard, people in Liberia will be heard, the world all over will be heard, and that's going to be a good teamwork. Mr. Amos George, thank you so much for your time, your commitment, and your expertise to this network. Someday I can see you on the Twitter, on the trail line, they can buy you. They papi, yeah, they owe me, yeah. Where you come from? They say, Amos George, you're not even worrying about you. Why you're hating yourself for making yourself pressure and cholesterol to go all high over the roof, please. Yes, and we want to thank all of our viewers, our listeners, and your comments, your tweets, your interactions, and it was very civil, and that's the only thing I like about this our follower yet. You can differ with us, you can call us, whatever name you want to call, or that is okay. That's your right. You can express those views. But all we want civility, so that when we sit and talk, at the end of the day, we can come to a result because of your persuasions or how knowledgeable you are on the subject matter. If I even see this as a navy blue code and you say, oh, I can say that green, you tell me what makes it navy blue. And then you convince me and I move in your direction. Those are the conversations we need to be having. You can't insult your president. You differ with him, with the policy that is in place, and get people over.
Yep.
All right, my man. Have a pleasant evening. I will see you when I see you.
I'll see you. Good night.
Thank you. Okay, well, folks, that's how we're going to leave here this evening. I'm Alfonso Z, and so I want to thank all of you for your time, your evening. Share with us. We value so much of your time because without you, we can't just be here. We want to thank you so much. You want to advertise your business, your institutions, or whatever that you are doing, let us know. The number there is 682-433-8802, or you can email us at liberiapublicradio2012@gmail.com.
You've worked for months to bring your or your client's event to life, but unfortunately, the world had another plan. In reality, the only thing you lost is the venue. We take your vision for hosting a virtual conference and bring it to life online. No matter how complex your agenda is, we produce a smooth, engaging experience. Call the Liberia Public Radio today and schedule your event. Our number is 682-433-8802. If you prefer to submit your request via email, please send the request to liberiapublicradio2012@gmail.com. Our staff are standing by waiting for your phone call.
And that's it. We engage in professionalism, and that's what we do here to bring you quality, no imitation, no similarity, but the original. Well, one of the presidential aspirants, they have been reaching out. Hopefully, if it stays, we are still working on the modality. Councillor Twawan Gongro, who is one of the progressives, he's currently in the U.S. Tentatively, we are come to a date. He will be appearing here on the Liberia Public Radio on the 15th. We'll keep you posted as soon as we finalize arrangement with his folks, with his team. He's going to be appearing here in a special prime time interview. I saw him in the town hall meeting in Fargo, North Dakota. I'm wondering, I saw a broom with him. I'm wondering whether there was a special one made here or he put that broom on a plane, whether Air France or Brussels, travel sweeping from Liberia, from Temple of Justice here in the USA. We're going to be having those sort of conversations when we have him here. Until then, it is 10:15 Eastern Standard Time. I want to thank you so much for your time, for your evening, your morning, whatever you are, for being here. If it's the first time, we say we wholeheartedly to welcome you. Please let it not be your first time coming. Go to our Facebook page, Liberia Public Radio. Click follow, like. Click if you want to receive our regular podcast update. Look for the icon with the bell. Click on that bell. There will be a drop down, and click on where you see all notifications. That way you'll be alerted as soon as LPR is on. Until then, have a pleasant evening. Bye-bye.
Everybody, everything's going bad. The situation getting worse. Everybody in the country getting mad. Dishonesty, poverty on the rise. The leaders them making empty promises. Promises for no damn strategies. Yeah, this is better days. Better days, money in the pockets. Oh, after holidays. Holidays only for the bosses. Yeah, there's a better day.